2 years ago, Lenovo launched the first laptop with a flexible display. And while it was a nice idea, the software was a bit awkward and the device was a little bit on the chunky side. But now, on the 2nd gen X1 Fold, Lenovo has some major improvements packed inside. The first major upgrade on the new X1 Fold is a bigger 16.3-inch OLED display from Sharp. Not only does it have a slightly higher 2.5K resolution, but the larger screen also means you have significantly more screen space when it's fully deployed. More importantly, when folded up, you now get a device that's closer to a 12-inch clamshell instead of a 10-inch notebook like we got on the previous model. On top of that, Lenovo redesigned the X1 Fold's Bluetooth keyboard. Now it uses the same keys the company uses on the Thinkpad X1 Nano, so you get a longer and cushier actuation. It also has a new fingerprint sensor that works with Windows Hello. And while you can still lay the keyboard on top of the bottom half of the Fold in laptop mode, it also attaches magnetically to the base of the system when it's resting on its included stand, which supports both landscape and portrait orientation. Another big change is that instead of storing the keyboard inside the Fold, it magnetically attaches to the stand to become a single piece that's easier to manage. So when you need to pack up, all you have to do is tilt the stand forward until it docks with the keyboard, bend the Fold in half, and then just slam everything together. Lenovo says this change was made in response to feedback from customers who prefer using the system more like a portable all-in-one instead of a traditional convertible laptop. And because there isn't space inside the system for a keyboard anymore, Lenovo was also able to install a new fold flat hinge, so everything is sleeker and more compact. It's almost like the X1 Fold has spent the last 2 years going to the gym and coming up with a fresh, custom-tailored outfit. For the new generation, Lenovo also wanted to improve the Fold's serviceability, so it's easy to replace things like its SSD, batteries, and other components in the field. Unfortunately, the X1 Fold still isn't water resistant, but it should still be pretty rugged as the Fold remains subject to the same mil-spec 810G testing required on other ThinkPads. I also really appreciate some of Lenovo's little touches, like the addition of a third USB-C port and an improved location for the Fold's IR webcam, so that it's more useful across all of its modes. Lenovo even added a third speaker so that regardless of orientation, you still get full stereo audio with support for Dolby Atmos. As for performance, we're looking at a serious jump up in processing power, with the Fold supporting up to a 12th gen Intel Core i7 U-series CPU while still featuring a completely fanless design. Meanwhile, for those worried about the short battery life on the previous model, Lenovo has even made room for an optional 16 watt-hour power cell to supplement the standard 48 watt-hour battery. And because Windows 11 has much better support for various layouts and window snapping, for my brief time with the new X1 Fold, everything felt significantly smoother and more responsive. So even though we're checking out a pre-production device, I really like what I've seen so far. This thing has seriously slimmer bezels, way better software, and a much slicker design. Unfortunately, we're gonna have to wait until sometime in Q4 to really check this thing out in person when it goes on sale for around $2,500. But until then, stay tuned to Engadget for more news, reviews, and hands-ons.